What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and today, guys, we're going to be doing a twin flame reading for general collective for both parties. Okay, it's masculine and feminine. Let's see if I'm still good at this. I haven't done a tarot reading in like 3 months, so let's see if I still have any sort of abilities. This is a newer deck that I got. If you're interested in the deck, at some point, it's called Tarot of the Divine, and it's got a little Japanese lady on it. She's doing Japanese stuff. And it's by Yoshitani, and it's a pretty cool deck. I love the drawings, and good stuff there. All right, guys, let's get into it. I hope you guys can hear me. Usually I used to have a mic. I still do. I just haven't set it up. So I hope that audio is still passable, that you guys can hear me. And if not, just leave a comment down below, so let me know. Not that I could do anything about it, but you know. All right, guys, let's get started. So we're going to start with the energy of the feminines. We're going to roll through this, and we're going to get some insight for what is going on with the feminines this month of April 2021. All right, let's take a look. So what is going on with the feminines energy? Let's take a look. What's going on with the feminine collective right now? What energy are they working through? Let's see here. All right, first card that we have is the Knight of Coins. That's some earth energy going on there. So you can see this guy riding on top of, it looks like a cow, looks like some type of bull cow there going on. So Knight of Pentacles is all about that slow movement, methodical planning, but this is about offers and hard work. Okay, so the feminines are getting some sort of reward, some sort of stability coming in their life. Okay, so if this is a new job or a new apartment or a new living situation or something that makes you feel more grounded and stable, could just be some sort of raise or promotion to some degree. The Knight of Pentacles talks about being in that energy. Okay, feminines also have, especially with this, it feels like an energy of sort of now just going off of intuition. It really feels like the feminines are getting into this place of finding some sort of equal footing, right, or a stable footing. It feels like you guys have been trying to walk up steps a lot, and it's sort of been falling back down quite a lot. And now it seems like there's going to be some more stable steps. So it's going to be one step, rather than, you know, like maybe you guys felt like you were taking 2 steps at a time and then falling back about 5 or 6. So there's going to be a lot more equal footing coming in here. I think you guys are going to be starting to slow down into the present moment and really feeling the earth beneath your feet, so to speak. Okay, and some of you may be literally feeling the earth beneath your feet by grounding yourself. Okay. So let's take a look. Keep going with the feminine energy going on here for the month April 2021. All right, we have the 5 of Cups. So we have this woman here crying. And these are all based upon mythical deities, figures, folklore, stuff like that. I have not had a chance to go through who all of these characters are. Some of them you may recognize. Some of them I definitely know. They're pretty easily recognizable. But in the future, I'll make sure to tell you guys that if you're interested. But I don't know who this chick is, but she is crying in sort of symbolism with the 5 of Cups, which is all about the sort of loss. And with the 5 of Cups, it's always basically about seeing more negative than positive. Okay, so with the feminines here, we have a lot of essentially like some things have upset you guys. Okay, now these are things that you've walked away from, but this is an energy of sort of melancholy and being in a place where you don't really want to focus on what you do have. Okay, and having that next to the Knight of Coins, which is essentially the Knight of Pentacles, that's really talking about this sort of stability coming in here to allow this energy, this sadness, this grief to sort of go away. Okay, and you also get the sense that it's sort of like that at nighttime things get harder for you guys, and during the daytime things are like stable. You guys are feeling all right, and then at nighttime things get kind of hard, teary-eyed. Things like, you know, there's some grief about what you've lost, and these don't have to be permanent, right? Because there's still water in them. It's just that they've spilled over. So it's not necessarily that it's a lost cause completely. 5s are more about change. It's just that they're tipped over, they're knocked over because there's some things that maybe temporarily left your life. Okay, whether these are friends, right? The idea is like maybe you lost a friend, but you haven't lost friendship. Okay. You haven't lost, like maybe you've lost, you know, your twin, or maybe they're somewhere else, but you haven't lost them completely. Okay, so it's that kind of energy because you still have things that are going for you, and one of those things is, of course, that Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, let's get one more look here at the feminine energy. right, and we have the Seven of Swords. So I don't see you guys being so deceitful with this energy, though some of you certainly could be a little bit sneaky, but this is more about trying to be elusive, trying to get away with things, okay? So this is the next to the Five of Cups, definitely all about trying to get away from energies that have been draining you, okay? So you guys are sort of maneuvering out of situations that have been hurting you, okay? So you guys are running off with what you need with your own defense mechanisms and getting away from the things that have been holding you back, again with that Five of Cups, okay? So this is moving, trying to just kind of like sneaking away from negative behaviors, right? Sort of like there's been times where I've heard stories from women who had like abusive husbands, so it was hard to just like say I'm leaving, because then they would end up staying, I guess, right, because of the conditioning of that relationship. So what a lot of them end up doing is they sort of sneak away in the night, and you don't have to be in that such a serious situation to have that same kind of energy. Okay, so that's just an example, but that's the kind of energy that you guys got going on. Of course, you guys could be lying to other people, it could be self-deception. Especially next to that Five of Cups, some of you guys could be feeling a little bit more self-pitying, but generally speaking here, we have more of an energy of trying to sneak away from things that don't necessarily serve you anymore, rather than sort of telling other people or anything. You're not really telling people anything anymore, you're kind of just doing it. Okay, so that's kind of where that Knight of Coins energy starts out there. Okay, so let's move into the masculine energy. We'll take a look at what the masculines are going through at this time. So what is going on with the masculine's energy? April 2021. See what is moving through. That's too many cards. See what's moving through his or their system right now, their energetic system. We have Seven of Wands. Now, damn me for not remembering this guy, because it's like an American folklore thing. His name's right on the tip of my tongue, but can't remember it, and I don't care enough to look it up. So you guys probably might recognize this. He worked on the railroad, that guy. Goddamn, don't remember. But Seven of Wands is all about that hard work, determination. It is about standing up for your power. So you can see this figure is very powerful, very good shape, right? Very strong. Okay, wielding that sledgehammer with the sun in the background, symbolizing the strength and the power of that solar. Okay, and it also ties into the solar plexus there as well. So that comes in intuitively. Is that the solar plexus is becoming a very big, important change for the masculines at this time. Solar plexus is all about well, it's essentially where your confidence comes from, or a part of your confidence, like your gut instinct, and your ability to sort of like, to accomplish something. Okay, so it has a lot to do with your confidence and feeling powerful again. So here we have again, Seven of guys building that railroad. So it's like laying this foundation. Masculines really coming into their own power and becoming stronger. So adversity making them stronger here. Okay, keep going. See what else we can get. We have the Five of Wands, right? So now we have some arguments, some competition, some combative energy. This is going to be different for each masculine. There could be competition coming in. For some, we have, looks like three men, and or maybe they're all men, I guess. We have men fighting here. That one kind of looked like a woman, but her nipples out, or his nipples out, so you can tell it's not. But Five of Wands is all about competition, guys. It's about sort of an energy of, best way to say it is, it's like two forces rubbing up upon each other. So there's friction, right? Creates friction. So there's friction in the masculine's life at this time. This could come in the form of material things, jobs, people, women, men, whatever it is that they're into. However, it's also going to look energetically different for each of you, but generally speaking, for the masculines, this is an energy like friction. So there's things in their environment and their energy right now which is sort of rubbing up against their Seven of Wands energy. So they're becoming more powerful, working hard, working on that solar plexus, believing in themselves, and that belief rubs up against other influences within their life. So the more that you believe in yourself, the more life seems to challenge you, to really test that faith, to really test that. Or the test is there and that makes you believe in yourself, right? I mean, adversity creates strength. And so it feels like the masculines are sort of rising up above this Five of Wands energy because they're starting to feel it, because there's going to be situations and people that are pulling them back down, okay? And so essentially, the more they believe in themselves, the more that they go forward, the more it seems like there's friction. But let's get a final card for their energy for April to see where all of that leads. And it leads quite beautifully to the Sun card. Okay, now this looks like that. I gotta remember these guys. I know this guy too. Is that Ra? I have no idea. Somebody told me I had a past life as an Egyptian one time, but I don't, I don't know who this is. But it could be Ra, or it could just be Birdhead. Could be Birdhead, and I think Birdhead is a little bit suits him better than Ra. So Sun card talks about a culmination of something beautiful coming in. So it's a lightheartedness. It's a beauty here. Okay, so this guy's standing quite tall. Okay, he has the power, really, literally above him and inside of him, and that is where he draws his strength from. Okay, so this is, if it is Ra, it's the sun god. Okay, and that's why I'm starting to lean towards Ra there. But sitting on the boat here, carrying him through the waters. Different interpretations of the sun card. No little kid representing the innocence of the white horse. No, instead, what we have is him sailing through the river. So this is masculines learning how to go through the flow, getting into this energy of freedom and vitality, and being who they're really meant to be, and filled with a sort of love for themselves and for others. So this is compassion coming back towards them. This is strength coming back towards them. Again, the sun was with the Seven of Wands, and now the sun is at the end here, to symbolize the strength that it takes to use the power of the sun to get what they want, to overcome adversity, and then to feel the results of that power that they've been taking for themselves. Okay, so the masculines are becoming empowered. The feminines, it looks like, there is some empowerment going on, but the feminines is more like this Knight of Coins here is like, okay, feminines are starting to get a little bit more grounded, starting to sneak away. So the masculines are becoming empowered, and the feminines are almost actually becoming empowered as well, just in a very different sort of way. Masculines are taking it head on, and the feminines are sort of doing it a little bit differently. And different situations in life call for that. Sometimes you need to be sneaky and maneuverable and adapt and flexible very quickly, which is essentially what the feminines are doing. The feminines are like, okay, some stability coming in, some sadness, yes, but I'm going to move away from all that shit and I'm going to do it my way. I'm done taking any bullshit. Okay, it's kind of like that kind of empowerment. The masculines, same kind of energy, but doing it a little bit differently. It's more like, all right, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do what I need to do. There is no sneaking around. I have to accept the situation, and this is the only way to do it. Okay. So one way is a little bit more dishonest. One way is a little bit more honest, but those aren't really the right words for it. It's just a different way of achieving the same result. Okay. So the masculines here quite typically are going from point A to B in order for empowerment, and the feminines are sort of going from A to C from empowerment. Okay, because they're kind of skipping B, they're going the scenic route. I know I could go to B, but I'm going to go around. All right, so it's sort of just taking the scenic route, coastal highway to the same destination. All right, so that is the energy for both parties. Now, usually what I used to do after this is I would do the head and heart space for both, but I also realized that I ended up doing that in the individual feminine and masculine readings anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that entirely, and I'm going to go straight into the outcome for the both parties, and then when I do the masculine and feminine readings on their own, then we can get into the head and heart space for both of you guys, okay? And then we can skip the energy because we did the energy already. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently. This way it saves time, it's a little bit more efficient, and we can ask some other questions that are a little bit more newer. All right. So and I'm only going to be doing 3 of these a month. These tarot readings for twin flames, I've sort of moved away from doing that. These can become sort of a crutch for people, and I do not want to entertain that. So I'm going to be doing three of these videos a month. Maybe 4 if there's something else that I feel like I need to do, but I'm not going to do any more than that. Otherwise, I'm going to be focused on astrology readings and collective readings. All right, just giving you guys a heads up. All right, so let's get into the outcome for the masculine and feminines and get them in the union here. So what is the energy? What is the outcome of the masculine and feminine's relationship this month of April 2021? Let's take a look at like 4 cards. I think would be good. Usually gives us a pretty good example. First card probably will become the recent past. Yeah, so this is going to be the present or the recent past. This is the 8 of Swords, so there is a lot of fear. Okay, the 8 of Swords is about sort of being self-contained in a prison of your own making, essentially, right? Because we have this woman here, right? So we have this sort of swords, right, surrounding her. So this is like the feeling of being trapped, and of course, vulnerable sort of person, only surrounded, this female figure, only surrounded by this sort of this looks like a donkey, a dead donkey, obviously, with the eyes sort of sewn shut. Okay, so the blindness, right? That's what that represents. So this feeling of being very vulnerable, yet very blind at the same time, not being very open, and yet also trapped, but not, of course, by anything other than its own making. Because in the distance, there's the sun, there's the castle, there's the fairy tale, things are there. But here we represented by feeling trapped anyway. Okay, so this is going to be the feminines, could be the masculines as well. It's both of you. This is a sort of, obviously, this is the relationship part of the thing, the outcome, but there's fear in the recent past or the present. So this is, just not knowing the outcome of things, not knowing the future, and that is bogging a lot of you down, or it has in the recent past. Okay, so not being able to see things very clearly. All right, so let's keep going with the energy of that union for April 2021. See what we got going on here. We have the Eight of Wands, so that's really good news. Okay, this Firebird coming in hot with some sort of offer, with some sort of communication. So this is an energy of pace. Things are picking up for the relationship. Okay, we go straight from an Eight of Swords to an Eight of Wands. So that's like moving out of fear energy right away into more like communicative energy. So this is really, what this says is that the fear just snaps. Okay, to go from an Eight of Swords to an Eight of Wands is telling me that the fear is snapping. So it's pushed itself to the absolute brink. You've been afraid as you possibly can, and something snaps within both parties, within the energetic relationship between the two, where both of you are absolutely just like done with that fear. Okay, and so for some of you, it's going to lead to communication. If you're already in a relationship, if you're already in union, if you already are communicating, this talks about the energy picking up. Okay, this is more communication, this is more love, more fire, more passion. Okay, so things are picking up regardless of your own situation. Okay, now let us keep going here. Eight of Swords, that is really good because it just says that again, that energy of being afraid is going to just like, it's just going to end like almost so abruptly that as a result you feel empowered, very passionate. So let's keep going with this. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands, so that's great news here. This looks like the girl from Black Panther. I know it's not her, but it looks like her. Six of Wands is all about victory, achieving some sort of result. Okay, so if it's been like an exam, like you get a good grade on the exam, that's Six of Wands. If it's about feelings being expressed, you get Six of Wands. You know, if it's about reaching a new level of inducing drugs within one day, like I want to smoke 5 blunts, you did it, great, Six of Wands, right? It's achieving some sort of victory of some kind. Okay, so this is going to be a time where both of you feel like you've reached a new level in your relationship. So you guys are leveling up. Okay, this is a cause for celebration. Things are moving in your favor, even if you are in that Eight of Swords energy now. To go from that 8 to the Six of Wands, very powerful, very empowering, very energetic, very passionate, lots of fire and love coming in there, and that is going to be really good for the month of April, because especially in your own energy readings, you guys were becoming empowered individually. Okay, you guys are individually becoming empowered, taking things into your own hands, and that's what's happening here with this. So you have the Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, because you guys are becoming empowered. And look at that, I can't make that shit up. Four of Wands, we got these two, we got Mrs. Blue and Mr. Not Blue, and they're getting married. Okay, that's Four of Wands. It's a marriage card. That's all about getting married, having a celebration, harmony, peace, going back to their Marriott 5-star hotel downtown San Francisco, and just getting it on and waking up the neighbors, because this is a celebration and card, an absolute one of true love and unconditional love. Okay, and have those 3 wand cards. So you go straight from being trapped inside your head, which is never fun for anybody, and then you go right into feeling alive, feeling passionate, communication, interpersonal relationships growing, Six of Wands, victory being achieved, and the Four of Wands, which is of course synonymous with the twin flame card, and it is a representation of a harmony and a peace within a relationship, formed oftentimes through marriage. So for some of you, there may be proposals of getting into a relationship. Okay, some might be getting married, but others, it's relationships beginning anew, fresh starts, fresh sort of abilities also coming in as well for a lot of you guys. Okay, so that is some beautiful energy coming in. Love to see that for both parties. Definitely can feel that within my own sort of connection, and the Eight of Swords definitely can relate to that. Okay, so you guys are moving out of so much energy and into very, very positive, very passionate, very sunny energy as well. You have some darkness here, and it just moves up to the sun, to just absolutely look at all that red, right? You have that red, you have that blue, you have that sky, open fire energy, a lot of passion, a lot of sex drives coming up too. Okay, that is going to be really, really great for all you guys. So that's a beautiful thing to see for you guys in union. I'm going to pull one card just for some advice right quick for both parties, and then we will move on. So what is some advice for the Twin Flame Collective at this time? One card just to give these guys some advice. What is it they need to be focusing on at this time? And this is going to be the one thing that helps you guys get into union as much as possible. And look at that, we have another beautiful card. We have the Lovers. Okay, now this is essentially Beauty and the Beast, I believe. I mean, that looks kind of more like a dragon, but I think it's the same idea. I don't know how these two are going to have sex. I don't even know if it's legal. Certainly not in this state, but in general, the Lover's card is about finding a choice that merits the love that you feel, that fills you with passion, okay? Something that is absolutely the perfect balance between yin and yang, okay? So something that brings in love. So as advice, as a suggestion for you guys, this is all about learning how to choose what it is that you need to choose, okay? Learning how to do what it is that you need to do, and choosing something that truly does inspire you, okay? So always go where that love is. You guys, this is a time to really figure out what it is that you want, essentially, okay? That's really what's coming in here. You guys need to figure out what it is that you want. Take action upon that if you can when you do find out what it is that you want, and when you do, don't let it go. Hold on to it. So this is about finding your passion, revigorating yourself, and choosing love above all else, okay? No matter what, choosing love for yourself, okay? So when you choose love for yourself, the things outside of yourself are still going to match up to what it is that you're choosing. So if you put yourself first and you love yourself first, then you know what you want and you know what you need, and then life will be able to give that to you. And if that's your twin, that's your twin. If it's who you think is your twin, it's your twin, okay? If it's the soulmate, it's the soulmate. If it's a job, it's a job. If it's a place, it's a place. If friendships, friendships. The idea is finding out what it is that you want, giving yourself the time to do that, and there are many ways to do that, but that's not what this video is all about. But leaning into what it is that you guys want and choosing love above all else. But it also says that this relationship is definitely protected, okay? Because the Lover's card is all about that true love relationship, and we often think of twin flame relationships as being a true love relationship, okay? So anyway, guys, that is the end of the reading. If you guys are interested in any kind of readings, I'm doing those again. So I'm here if you guys need that. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon for some feminine updates, for some masculine updates, and some astrology updates, and all the other good stuff. And stay tuned for all the other videos and wildly crap that I got going on. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. Enjoy your weekend if I don't know I'm talking to you. All right, guys, bye-bye.